Hey guys, finally I have some time to do this Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes video, so I'm gonna do it. Now I just recently had some free time, so I was able to watch Money in the Bank, and it was an okay pay-per-view. The first few Money in the Banks were better than this one, especially last year's. But my biggest issue with this pay-per-view, besides John Cena winning, like we didn't see that coming, if you went into that match thinking it's gonna be Big Show or Chris Jericho or Kane, or even The Miz, you're an idiot, okay? Anytime John Cena's in the ring, you're guaranteed he's probably going to win. But my biggest problem came in the SmackDown match. Now, don't get me wrong, like the fact that Dolph Ziggler won, something different, no problem with that. My problem is, I think Cody needed it more. And I'll explain that, I'll get to that in a minute. But they did this whole build-up on SmackDown where Cody got eliminated from it, then he went to the board, appealed, got himself back in the Money in the Bank. Well, why would you do all this whole spiel with Cody and do all this attention to Cody and then not have him win? I mean, that was my whole thing. I thought Cody was going to win this from everything going on there. Plus, like I said, Cody needed the Money in the Bank win. Dolph, yeah, he's got the Money in the Bank, and we all kind of figured he was going to get a world title sooner or later, but I don't think he needs the Money in the Bank. Why? Because he's had numerous title shots before. We know he can compete on that level, and we know he's going to win the title sooner or later. Cody, I'm not for sure, without the Money in the Bank, if he's ever going to get the world title. He's had one world title shot, and that was at this year or last year's, I think it was this year's Elimination Chamber. I always had one, I think it was this year's Elimination Chamber. But I don't see Cody without the Money in the Bank briefcase being a world champion. Dolph, I can see it. Cody, I can't. And if you're going to push Cody, he needs the Money in the Bank. Okay, he needed this way more than Dolph did. I'm just thanking God they didn't give it to Santino. If Santino had won that briefcase, I would have boycotted WWE television, at least the SmackDown portion of it. Alright? He did. My brother's laughing because I don't know, have you ever seen Santino before? Okay, Santino's a comedy character. I'm explaining this to him. Alright, he does this stupid thing where he puts this like cobra thing on his arm and does this stupid cobra move. Alright? Now, he has a few little comedy spots that I think are funny. He did this whole thing at Money in the Bank where he's doing this with the cobra, like going at the it was stupid. Alright? If he had won the Money in the Bank briefcase, I would have been ticked. I would have been irritated to no end on that. But I'm glad, but you know, he didn't, so it's all okay. But like I said, I'm glad Dolph won, but I think Cody needed it more. Cody needed the money. For us as fans to believe him as a threat for the title later on, he needs the briefcase. Plain simple fact, Cody needed the briefcase. They didn't give it to him, so I don't know where they're going to go from here. If he wins the Rumble next year, I'll be fine with that. I don't see it happening, but I'll be fine with that. They just need to do something with Cody. He's just kind of toiling there, you know. And another thing is, why would you put Tyson Kidd in the Money in the Bank? What was the point? Now, we knew him and Tensei weren't going to win. What was the point of even throwing him in there? You're supposed to put people in there that we kind of believe can win this. Alright, Tensei has been a fail since he got here. Alright, the fans give him no reaction. And Tyson, people barely know who he is because he's on NXT and SmackDown. Or on Superstars, excuse me. So, those two being in there really wasn't believable. Christian didn't really need to win, but I think as long as he's there, he's always going to be in these matches because he generally does do some pretty good things with the ladders, and it's Christian and ladders kind of go together, like, you know, like this. So, yeah, Dolph winning, okay, Cody needed it more. While we're on the subject of Money in the Bank, glad to see that Epico and Primo went over. That's a plus. Definitely thought that was a good run move. They need to make this tag team division mean something again. I don't care what they do, but they need to make it mean something again because tag team wrestling has kind of fallen back by the wayside. The last time I cared about a tag team, I think, was when Paul London and Brian Kendricks were a tag team. That's my... What are you shaking your head no for? Jeff and Matt Hardy haven't been a tag team in years, dude. He mouthed Matt and Jeff Hardy. Matt and Jeff haven't been a tag team in years. He's mouthing things back there. He's a Jeff and Matt Hardy fan back when they were together. I'm a Jeff Hardy fan, but that tag team was a while ago. I mean, recently the last time I cared about a tag team was when Paul London and Brian Kendricks were a tag team. So it's kind of nice that they started. They need to get the tag belts off Kofi and R-Truth, because I can't stand R-Truth and Kofi. I'm really starting to not care about at all. This whole little Jimmy thing with R-Truth is ridiculous. It's not funny. It's annoying. I think it was funny once, and that's when he did that whole little thing with Triple H last year. But, you know, all in all, I think, looking back, you know, it was an alright pay-per-view. You know, like I said, I mainly wanted to get out here and talk about Dolph and Cody, and we all know that can't be me. I have to go off on a million different things. But yeah, Dolph winning it, okay. Cody needed more. I wish Cody would have won it. I personally was rooting for Cody to win it. He had the Intercontinental title, nice run with it. Which, by the way, Monday Night Raw last night, I did watch the 3-hour Raw 1000. I think he watched a little bit of it here and there. Miz won the Intercontinental title. I don't think it's a spoiler. I think it's kind of out there. Which I'm fine with. It gives at least the Miz something to do. And Christian didn't really need the title in the first place. At this point, I feel like he was just transitional until the Miz got back. So that's all good. All in all, Raw 1000 was an okay show. It wasn't what I expected it to be. As many of you know, Austin was supposed to, Stone Cold was supposed to be there. Apparently, there was a mix-up. Some say it was because he's filming Grown Ups 2. Some was because he had knee surgery. So I don't know what the exact. He said it was knee surgery, but then again, you never know. I'm not saying Austin's a liar, but you never know. He maybe had to say it so he wouldn't make Grown Ups 2 look bad and he wouldn't get fired from there. But it was supposed to be him, and because of that, it did happen. So they had Lita and the APA and all the other legends down, and that to me was a total waste. It was not the blow-up I was expecting, and I started getting into Heath Slater because of this. Heath Slater started to kind of be interesting to me. The matches for the night were okay. The Cena Punk match was what it was. The ending kind of, obviously, I think they're turning Punk heel, which I think needs to happen, because we all know Rock's coming back at the Rumble for a title shot, so he gave The Rock the GTS, which is kind of nice. I didn't think The Rock was going to take the move, but he did, so good move on your part, Dwayne. But all in all, it was an okay night. AJ's the new general manager. If they keep her character the way it is, you know, all nutsy, it could be interesting, especially with Daniel Bryan there and stuff, and so I'm interested to see who they make the SmackDown GM. I'm guessing it's either going to be, honestly, I think they're either going to bring back John Laurinaitis or it's going to be Teddy Long, one of those two. So, yeah, all in all, it was no kidding. I'm not looking forward to 3-hour Raw. I thought the 2-hour Raws recently were starting to feel like they took forever to get through. This last night's Raw felt like it took 12 years to get to the end of. By the end of it, I think I fell asleep for a little bit during the middle of it. That's how long this felt. But the Triple H Brock Lesnar segment was good, with Stephanie coming out slapping Paul Heyman. That was good. But yeah, all in all, I think WWE right now is doing okay, better than Impact, because I'm still not that convinced Impact Wrestling is making a change. Yeah, Austin Aries is the champion, but we'll see how long that lasts. I personally think Bobby Roode's going to get the title back at Hardcore Justice. This was just the one little hope, like, here you go, fans, we're giving it to you, just so you'll shut up. But so far, WWE's doing an alright job. They're keeping me around, like I said, except for the whole Dolph Cody thing. But it's alright. Dolph won. It's all good. Somebody new came in. Cena cashed in the briefcase and lost. Thank you, God. If he had won, I would have rioted. What's the time on? Does this say the time?
It's about 9:30.
About 9:30. Alright. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Not too much to say right now until we see what happens next week. I'll probably watch SmackDown this week and give my thoughts on that. But the next video for my channel, I'll be doing another TV review. I think we said we're gonna. My brother does a lot of the videos with me. We'll probably do the 21 Jump Street next. I think it's either gonna be that or probably my Seinfeld review. One of those two. I haven't decided yet. So that'll be coming up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below on how you feel about the WWE in general, or TNA, or the whole Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes thing, and hit the subscribe button, which is there. Up. See it? You can read. We all know you can read. Click it. Click it. You know you want to.